That is the biggest car I have ever...
In our previous journey, we stepped into a world shaped by elegant billionaire ladies and unforgettable supercar arrivals. Today, we move even deeper into that rare atmosphere. Picture these Monaco women gliding through the city, sometimes wrapped in understated grace, sometimes marked by an undeniable presence, always natural, always unforgettable. Every sculpted line of metal, every measured movement, tells a story of precision, heritage, and silent power rather than display. If you can imagine waking up inside this extraordinary world, leave a simple one in the comments. Subscribe to The Silent Lion and become one of the few invited to witness what most never will.
Oh, Madeleine.
How are you?
They don't announce their arrival, and that is exactly why the world notices. In Monaco, billionaire ladies move through life with a quiet confidence that cannot be learned, only lived. These women are not chasing attention. Attention follows them naturally. They are entrepreneurs, investors, and heirs to powerful legacies, shaped by generations of refinement rather than sudden fortune. Every gesture feels measured, every decision intentional. You'll never see urgency in their steps. In a place where luxury is ordinary, calm becomes the ultimate symbol of status. Their presence doesn't dominate a room, it defines it. Conversations remain soft, movements precise, and elegance becomes a language spoken without words. What makes them truly captivating is not what they own, but how effortlessly they belong. Monaco isn't a stage for performance here, it's simply home. And when these women step outside, the city responds, quietly, respectfully, as if aware of who has just passed by. But here's the question that lingers. If this is how they move through life, composed, unhurried, untouchable, what kind of machine could possibly match such presence? In Monaco, the rarest supercars are not the loudest ones. They are the ones chosen without explanation. For billionaire ladies here, a car is never about proving speed or wealth. It is an extension of personal rhythm, a private choice shaped by taste, discretion, and control. These vehicles are often custom-finished, quietly refined, and instantly recognizable only to those who truly understand luxury. No oversized badges, no unnecessary drama, just precision, balance, and presence. You might see one glide through a narrow street near the harbor, moving slowly, confidently, as if the city itself adjusts its pace. The engine doesn't roar for attention, it hums with restraint. Because in Monaco, restraint is power. What makes these supercars extraordinary is not their performance statistics, but their rarity of intent. Many are produced in limited numbers, some adjusted specifically for the owner. Colors selected to match a wardrobe, interiors designed for comfort rather than spectacle. These choices aren't made for social media. They're made for the owner alone. And when one of these women steps out of her car, nothing feels accidental. The vehicle doesn't arrive before her. It arrives with her. A seamless pairing of elegance and engineering. But this raises an intriguing thought. If these supercars are so carefully chosen, so deliberately understated, what silent message are they really sending to those who notice?
That is the biggest car I have ever seen.
In Monaco, a supercar is never just a vehicle. It is a signature written without ink. For billionaire ladies, every detail matters. The shade of the paint, the texture of the interior, the way the door closes, nothing is random. These choices reflect personality, discipline, and a deep understanding of self. While others chase trends, these women define them quietly, leaving impressions that linger long after the car has passed. You'll notice something unusual: no need for excess. The most powerful statement is often the simplest one. A rare color seen only once on the streets. An interior customized for comfort rather than display. A car that blends seamlessly into the rhythm of Monaco while still standing apart from everything else. This is where engineering meets identity. The car does not speak loudly. It listens, responds, and moves in harmony with its owner. When one of these women arrives, the moment feels balanced, composed, and intentional. The supercar doesn't demand attention. It earns recognition from those who know what to look for. And in a city filled with luxury, recognition is never automatic. It is reserved for the refined. But here's the subtle mystery. If these supercars are silent signatures, designed to reflect character rather than status, what happens when they appear in places where no one is meant to notice at all? The most fascinating scenes in Monaco don't happen on red carpets, they unfold in complete silence. A garage door lifts slowly, sunlight touches polished metal. A supercar eases into the street as if it has nowhere to rush. For billionaire ladies here, these are not performances, they are simply moments of everyday life. Yet somehow, nothing about them feels ordinary. A brief stop near a cafe overlooking the harbor, a calm arrival in front of a private residence, a smooth drive along coastal roads as the city breathes around them. There are no crowds, no cameras, no announcements, just quiet precision. The car moves as if it belongs to the street, and the street responds in kind. What makes these moments captivating is their effortlessness. No one is watching. And that's exactly the point. In Monaco, true luxury reveals itself when no one is meant to notice. The absence of spectacle becomes the spectacle. These women don't step out of their cars seeking validation. They step out already complete. The supercar remains behind them, parked with confidence, as if aware that its role has already been fulfilled. Together, they leave an impression that feels personal, fleeting, and impossible to replicate. And yet, there's something even more intriguing beneath the surface. If these quiet moments are where true elegance lives, what happens when day turns to night, and Monaco reveals a completely different rhythm waiting just beyond the lights? In Monaco, style doesn't compete with power. It moves alongside it. Before the engine ever starts, the story is already complete. Tailored silhouettes, neutral tones, and effortless elegance define the presence of billionaire ladies here. Nothing is excessive. Nothing is rushed. Their fashion choices are calm, controlled, and timeless, designed to complement, not overpower. What's remarkable is how seamlessly their style aligns with their supercars. A refined outfit echoes the car's color palette. Clean lines mirror the vehicle's sculpted form. Even the smallest details, a watch, a handbag, the way sunglasses are placed, feel intentionally synchronized. This is not coincidence. It is cultivated harmony. In Monaco, fashion is not a statement shouted to the world. It is a quiet agreement between personal identity and lifestyle. The woman and the machine move together, sharing the same rhythm. When she steps out of the car, nothing feels disconnected. The moment feels complete, balanced, inevitable. This harmony reveals a deeper truth. Luxury here is not about standing out. It's about fitting perfectly into a world built on refinement. The supercar doesn't dominate the look, it finishes it. Yet something subtle begins to emerge. If fashion and machines can blend so seamlessly in daylight, how does this balance transform when Monaco shifts into its most exclusive hours, when only the inner circle remains? The louder the city, the quieter true wealth becomes, and nowhere is this more visible than in Monaco. Here, luxury doesn't need to announce itself. It blends into marble streets, private terraces, and softly lit harbors. For billionaire ladies, wealth is not an achievement to display. It is a natural state of being. In a place where nearly everyone is successful, excess loses its meaning. Restraint becomes the real distinction. Supercars pass without drama. Designer fashion feels almost understated. Conversations remain low, movements unhurried. Nothing competes for attention because attention is no longer valuable. This is a city where silence carries status. What makes Monaco unique is this collective understanding. The environment shapes behavior. When luxury surrounds you every day, it stops feeling rare and begins to feel refined. That's why these women move with such calm authority. They are not impressed by wealth, they are fluent in it. This quiet culture creates an invisible boundary. Outsiders often mistake it for simplicity, but those who know understand the complexity beneath the surface, the rules, the signals, the unspoken hierarchy that governs every interaction. And that's where the real intrigue lies. If wealth in Monaco speaks in whispers, how do these women recognize one another in a world where nothing is ever said out loud? Some lives don't need to be explained. They are simply observed. Around the world, people remain endlessly curious about Monaco's billionaire ladies, not because of what they show, but because of what they don't. Their appeal lies in restraint, in the calm certainty that comes from knowing exactly who you are and where you belong. There is no rush, no need for validation, no desire to impress. These women represent a rare balance: independence without noise, power without pressure, luxury without excess. Their supercars, their fashion, their daily routines all follow the same philosophy: elegance first, always. And in a culture driven by constant display, this quiet confidence becomes magnetic. What truly captures attention is the sense of freedom they embody. Freedom of time, freedom of choice, freedom from explanation. Monaco offers them a stage where nothing must be proven, only lived. That kind of life feels distant, almost unreal, yet undeniably human. As the day fades and the city lights begin to glow, their presence doesn't disappear. It becomes even more subtle, more refined. Monaco continues to move, softly, rhythmically, guided by those who understand its unspoken language. But one thought remains suspended in the air. If this world feels so perfectly composed from the outside, what unseen rules, private rituals, and silent decisions truly hold it together behind closed doors? Monaco is not a place where wealth seeks attention. It is where it learns to move in silence. Through the lives of these billionaire ladies and their exotic supercars, we glimpse a world shaped not by excess, but by control, taste, and quiet confidence. Every decision, every movement, reveals a deeper truth. True luxury is never rushed, never loud, and never in need of explanation. If luxury were no longer something to prove, but something simply to live, how would you choose to move through the world? If this journey into Monaco's ultra-luxury lifestyle resonated with you, leave your mark by subscribing to The Silent Lion. Beyond this moment, more stories await, hidden in silence. revealed only to those who look closely enough. Thank you for sharing these moments with me. Take care, and I'll see you again, where elegance speaks softly, and only the few truly listen.